Hello, how you guys doing? I'm Jordy Jordan, and this is part of my workouts. This is your first video ever watching me. Hello, welcome to the team. I grew up as a fat kid most of my life, and lately I was given the privilege of having the chance to change my life around. Started at basically around 450 pounds. I'm now 384 pounds, and this is my life story. Well, not my life story, but this is my story of weight loss. Um, the gym. For those of you who don't know, I started out with my first personal trainer. His name was Drew. I can't say his last name. It's some Italian last name. And Drew basically got fired. And I started out with Drew as when he was an independent contractor, and he would basically do house calls, meet you at the gym, and do things like that. It was I enjoyed it very much. I really liked it, and it kept me active, and it kept my weight loss, and it kept me basically going on the downward edge. And then Drew kind of got canned from this place. I kind of got grandfathered into ISI. What happened is Drew brought me in with him and brought all his clients when he got a job with ISI because it was more stable. It was guaranteed money. That's exactly what it was. It was for him. It was guaranteed money. He didn't have to worry about people calling out. He didn't have to worry about people, dropping him as a client. He didn't have to worry about the money. All he had to do was worry about showing up and training people when they came through the door, which I understood. And it also gave us a chance to have new toys, i.e., workout equipment, weights, and things of that nature I didn't have around my house. Because around my house, we basically did just, walking, exercise, boxing, and things of that nature. So we basically had a facility that we could work with. The problem I had with this facility was that it was 40 minutes away from my house. It being 40 minutes away from my house cost me an extra $160 a month, which I was cool with because one, it helped Drew out. Two, it was part of the workout process, and it's like, well, I do get to use all these toys and have this environment where, it basically, you can work out and it takes you out of your element and gets you away from the house. I was all fine with that kind of stuff. So, fast forward, Drew ends up getting canned about 2 months into it. Well, I signed a 3-month contract to begin with, just to try to test out the facility. And I'm about 2 weeks till the end of this 3-month contract. So, but when Drew got fired, I had basically a whole month. My contract goes from the 18th to the 18th of every month. So I decided that, one, Drew signed what's that thing called? A clause where basically you're not allowed to do any kind of competition. Like if he wasn't allowed to come to ISI and take their customers and basically work with them. So while I was under that clause, I'm like, look, you guys obviously don't want to lose money. You're a growing gym and things of that nature. I'm gonna give you a month, and if you can give me $160 worth, which is what I told him. I mean, I don't get anything different from here than I would get normally without the driving, which is the 40-minute drive there and back. I mean, it's a 40-minute drive there. It's like an hour and 15 back because around here we have this thing called rush hour. And generally my workouts happen at 3 p.m. and rush hour starts at 3 p.m. and it goes 3 to about 6. So I'm driving home where everybody else is driving home from work. So it takes a lot longer to get home. So and I'm generally sore during that period. But then let's fast forward to Ryan. Ryan was another trainer that was at the gym. I never really dealt with him, but he never was a very personable kind of guy. He's just kind of silent. He walks through. He does his things, but he's very vicious with his workouts. And to me, his workouts were very lopsided. He did a lot of leg stuff. And when the guy my size, leg stuff is horrible. And you might think about it, well, it's what you need. You need cardio. Yeah, I need cardio. I do need cardio. But at the same thing, you got to understand that when you overdo cardio on a guy my size, it affects his whole life. When I can't walk the next day because my hamstrings and my thighs are just destroyed, or my calves are throbbing or going into or tightening up, what was that shit called? Cramping up. It affects my whole life because everything I do is a leg exercise of my normal daily routine. When I get out of the shower, when I get dressed, when I take the trash out, when I go up and down steps, getting in and out of my vehicle, all of these things are huge leg exercises for me because the sheer amount of weight my legs have to pick up. And at the flip side of things, I don't need leg muscle. You might think, well, you need leg muscle. The idea is to lose weight, not to get more leg muscle to help carry the weight. That's the idea behind going to the gym. That's the idea of investing all this money. into the gym is to lose the weight so I don't need more leg muscle. I'd be much happier if my leg muscles were atrophying or atrophying. I don't know which one takes the cake here. Basically just degrading on itself because of lack of weight that it doesn't need to carry anymore, than it would be to constantly build it. So I don't understand the idea of constantly working my legs with cardio. Obviously, there's cardios that you can do without working your legs. You can do crunches, you can do sit-ups, you can do you could just do arm movements. I could sit there punch. I could be sitting down punching, and if I do it hard enough, that can be construed as cardio. Free weights, picking a medicine ball, throwing a medicine ball, up and down. All these things can happen and still be doing cardio without destroying my legs. It seemed like he almost felt like it was his goal to destroy my legs, and I just didn't like that. I mean, this is the third session. I did 2 sessions beforehand. Each session I did, my legs were just fucking destroyed every fucking time, and I was not happy. I didn't feel like I was getting my money's worth. I felt like I was just getting tortured, and it made me not want to go to the gym at all. I'd get these massive headaches throughout the day after the gym, and it would generally last for 24 hours. And I don't know. I think a lot of it was just because my body would just go into this fatigue mode that I just couldn't get out of. And he just worked me way too hard. And most people are like, well, that's what a personal trainer does. He's supposed to work you way too hard. Well, a personal trainer is supposed to help you lose weight. He's supposed to be able to adjust the workouts to you. He's supposed to be able to adjust on the fly. He's supposed to worry about your nutrition. He's supposed to call you, keep you up, keep you motivated, keep you happy, and make you want to keep coming back. That's a personal trainer's job. Anybody can learn a set of workouts and run through and count to 10. I could do that at 400 pounds. I could run there and be like, all right, guys, you're going to need to do this, and I'm going to watch. I can do that shit. I can. The real value in a trainer is somebody that's there for you, that motivates you, that keeps you on it going, and makes the workouts fun, but at the same time effective. I don't know. What do you guys think? I got a call with Drew this morning after 11, and hopefully we'll get stuff popping and we'll get back on the bandwagon with him.